Okay, we did it. We're here. We made it, and just going on the other one. Okay, great. Now we're good. We made it. Hi. How you doing? Tell me what you've been working on. Even if you're watching this in the past, you're totally allowed to tell me what you're working on because I want to know. Feel free to message me behind the scenes after the fact if you have requests for other videos that you want me to make. Hi Sam, how you doing? So yeah, I am just coming out a little late. Sorry about that. I'm usually a little late, so hopefully you know that about me by now. I apologize. Yeah, it's a good week because I got some more sleep the last couple nights, which is great. And then I am going to a songwriting festival starting tomorrow through this weekend. So it's fun. It's like camp for adult musicians, and I love it a lot. A lot of people there are like my family, so I'm excited. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be overwhelming for me as an introvert. It always is, but I show up anyway, and I pretend to be an extrovert for 4 days. So it's going to be great. So yeah, that's exciting. That's what's happening in my world. And I also have lots of amazing students right now, as always. If you're one of them, thank you for being amazing and awesome, and I love you. What are you working on? What do you want to know? What do you want me to talk about today? Feel free to put it in the chat. Hi, Steph. How you doing? Yeah, what songs are you singing recently? I want to know that too. And if you're having issues, what are you coming up against? If you're really enjoying some part of your voice, if you've had a breakthrough or something, tell me about that. Or just tell me how your week has been. In my vocal world, I was lucky enough to do, my friend reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do a duet with her of this beautiful musical theater song called Flight. It was originally recorded by Sutton Foster and Megan McInnes, who are two amazing Broadway stars. And so we got to do that this weekend. And man, I talk about finding your singing family, finding your co-regulators as singers, as musicians. It is so important. Like, I haven't been in a musical or really sang on a stage in a couple years now, just because I've been so focused on writing and recording my own music. So I've been kind of ignoring the performer part of me. So aside from my students, my in-person students, I don't really get to sing alongside of people in person. And it was so lovely, because she is so good. She came up in New York City. She's been in musical theater for a long time. And just singing harmony with somebody right next to each other is just like amazing. Chicken skin, so much fun. I want to do it more. So thank you to Laura for getting me outside of my little box and singing with me. It was lovely. So highly recommend, if you don't have singer friends, go find some. Go watch a community theater show. Those are probably people that are willing to sing with you at any time. Go find a local songwriter workshop or community. These are your people. The people that are obsessed with music and singing the same way you are. We need those connections with people. I'm sorry to hear that, Sammy. I think it might be good, even if it's just 30 seconds of kind of making yourself sing something. Let me know how that goes. But sending lots of love to you. Lovely. I think that's Jade. Hi, Jade. So yeah, I'm just talking about how it's so nice to sing with people, right? If you've never been in a choir, you may not have that experience, but you don't need a whole choir. You just need like 2 people, right? Like, you need a couple people who like singing. They don't even have to be good, right? It's just the act of getting people to sing with you, even if it's like somebody who, like a coworker, you're like jamming in the back room of a job, and you're just, you know, a little more unafraid to sing, and then they start singing with you. Like, that can be a fun little moment, you know. Even if it's like you're singing in the grocery store to yourself, and somebody hears you a little bit and is like, oh yeah, I know that song, or you're singing along with the music in the grocery store. That's a fun thing to do too. So if you have the capacity, I highly recommend going to find people to sing with you, because there's nothing like it. And I have suggested this to some of you, like open mics, karaoke nights. This is the place where nobody gives a shit if you're good, right? So you can let that perfectionism go. You can let that piece of you that is like, oh, but people will hear me mess up. That's the whole point of those spaces, right? Like, karaoke in reality was invented so people could just go let loose, right? It was invented in Japan by all these salarymen who like were so buttoned up at work, and then they needed a place to just go be stupid and silly and to let a piece of themselves out, right? So karaoke is not about performing. So get that out of your head. It's about enjoying and finding a safe space to fully let loose with your voice, right? If you hit a couple bad notes, that's the whole game, right? That's the whole point of karaoke. People are going to love it. They're like, oh my God, I would have not been able to hit that note either, right? Relatable. And then you laugh it off, and everybody laughs, and it's so much more fun than it would be if you were so particular about what you let out of your voice and who you let hear your voice, you know? So that's the main piece of it this week. And yes, karaoke is very different than my experience this week, which was a rehearsed piece that we recorded together on purpose with the idea of it being pretty good. But at the same time, neither of us were like, this has to be professional quality. Like, it's just a Saturday, we're having fun, we're recording, we're going to do a couple takes and see if we can get better and better every time. And then we reached a take where we're like, that was great. I don't need to keep trying to you know, hammer on these little teeny imperfections. Like, nobody will notice but us. And it was fun, and I think it sounds great to anybody else too. So that's the idea. Singing with people without pressure is so healing and is so helpful to your ego. It really takes down your ego a little bit, which is really nice. It's a benefit after you get over the initial, like, ooh, that stung a little bit, right? If you hit, like, for example, you're at an open mic night or karaoke and you try and hit a big note and it wobbles or it cracks or something, your ego's going to be like, never do that again. It was so dangerous. Some people are going to hate you and they're going to kick you out of town. And then after a couple minutes, you start to realize, oh, that's just my gremlin. That's my ego. It's karaoke. Like, lighten up, dude. Like, everybody else is messing up too. This is not a huge deal, right? So keep that in mind. None of this is professional level. Nobody's gonna like kick you out. It's all just for the purpose of enjoying and for challenging your nervous system. That's why those spaces exist, right? It's not just for the good people to show up and to nail these songs. That's not the idea of karaoke, right? Or open mics. The idea is, here's a challenging space for you. Do you want to level yourself up? If so, sign up, sing a song, get your nervous system out of its comfort zone so that your nervous system can start to expand. Your comfort zone can start to expand. So if you are one of those people that's like, I could never go do karaoke because I'm not good enough, or I have a lot of stage fright. Well, understandable. Nobody else is good enough either. You belong there, right? Especially professional Broadway singers would stand out in karaoke more than you do, right? You are closer to more of the people who are singing in the karaoke bar than you are to a professional singer. And that is the fun of it, right? So just have to say that, like, if you don't go outside of your comfort zone every now and then in those specifically curated safe spaces that are designed for that thing, then your nervous system is probably not going to expand because you're keeping it in the safe spaces that it knows, the familiarity, the usualness of its life, right? If I just go to work and home, I'm going to feel uncomfortable in other spaces, right? Like if I decided to go back to school and my first day of school, I walk in and I'm like, this is an uncomfortable space for me because I usually just go to work and home, right? I don't know if I feel like I belong here yet. But after that first week, after the second week, you start to see that your nervous system is changing. Your reaction to being outside of your usual dies down a little bit. The red alert system starts to ease up. And that's exactly what we're doing with karaoke and with open mic. It's gonna be painful at first. It's gonna feel scary. You're gonna be sweaty and shaky. You're gonna mess up probably more than you think you should. And those people in that room with you who are doing the same thing you are, who are pushing their comfort level, are going to be cheering you the heck on. Yes, the idea of karaoke and of open mics is not to have a public place to shame people, right? If you've ever been to one, you know this. Like, everybody's so supportive because they are doing the same scary thing and getting outside of their nervous system comfort zone that you are. And so they're not going to be the ones to judge you. Maybe the drunk people in the back of the bar are going to do that, but they're the drunk people in the back of the bar. Like, their opinion doesn't matter here because they're not in the ring doing the thing, the hard thing, right? And if they are, they're too drunk to have these inhibitions anyway, so they're not really playing the same game you are, you know? So I just want to say that. Find these safe spaces to challenge yourself, to play that game with your nervous system and be like, look, I am terrified right now and I want to grow. I want to become more comfortable in these spaces, and the only way to do that is to put yourself in these spaces. Bring a friend. Use your nervous system tools, right? Go to the bathroom and do a plank on the wall, right? Do some squats, like move your body. Go outside and do some jumping jacks or something before you go on, to let your body have a place for those hormones, that adrenaline, cortisol to go, so that you're not like, it's not staying with you and just like making you more anxious and more wiry. And bring a friend, bring a co-regulator, have them give you a nice big long minute-long hug before you go up, and that will train your body that you are a little safer than you were before, right? That is, you're hugging and you're giving people the opportunity to remind your body by grabbing you, right? This is why this works, because this is where people's hands go when they hug you, right? So you are literally giving yourself those biological messages by holding on to these points, that you are held and you are safe and you are co-regulated with, even if it's just with yourself. Do it. See if it makes a difference in the level of nervousness or the ability that you have to keep going instead of being totally derailed by these feelings. Because that might happen too. Maybe your first time you go to karaoke and you get up and you're like, you can only sing a couple words, and then you're like, nope, no thank you, cannot do this. And then you run off stage. Great. Guess what? You did better than you did yesterday. That was 3 more words than you got out in front of people last week. So that is not a failure, even though your gremlin is going to come in and tell you, remember that terrifying time that you ran off stage and you couldn't get through the whole song? Guess what? That is dangerous and you should never do that again. But as we know of the gremlin doesn't have any basis in reality. All the gremlin knows and all your nervous system knows is that, hey Blake, all your nervous system knows is that you are doing something out of its normal routine, right? That is its only gauge. right? So your nervous system has this thing called proprioception, I believe, that is looking out ahead of you for dangers, right? So it's looking at, that car that's maybe not listening to that red light alongside of you, or that creepy guy in the street, is he okay, right? And then we just keep an eye on him as you go. But your nervous system is doing that way ahead of you. So if you're, for example, at karaoke or at open mic or something, that's why you start to get nervous before you even get on stage to do things, because your nervous system is starting to see oh, look at all these people. They could hear me mess up, and then they know that I'm a fraud, or they know that I am not a perfect singer, or they know that I can't actually hit that note. Because that's what your nervous system's job is to look out for danger and then keep you away from that danger. So all these things are going through your head. The gremlin voice starts going, the sweats start happening, the shake starts happening. All of these are biological responses to keep you from what it perceives as danger, because it is out of your routine. It is not objectively dangerous, right? Singing on stage is objectively incredibly a different danger level than the car on the street or the creepy guy on the sidewalk, right? So theoretically, you can say to yourself, and this is a practice that we have to get into, which is what I talk to all my students about. You know what I'm about to say. Name your gremlin, and you say, hey, George, I hear you. I know you're trying to keep me from danger, and this is something that I can handle, right? I don't need your opinion right now, because your opinion is just trying to keep me in the same box that I've been in for my entire dang life, right? So, George, my gremlin friend, go away. Respectfully, F off, right? Or not respectfully. If he keeps coming back and he's just derailing your ability to do anything outside of your comfort zone, things that you want to be able to do in the future, the only way to do it is by starting. And the only way to start is to be out of your comfort zone by a little bit. And your gremlin is going to come in and be like, nope, I don't like this. I can't guarantee your safety. So I'm going to do everything I can to keep convincing you to run, right? Or to fight this thing. And that's where the shakes and the biological responses come in. So that is an important thing to know about yourself. Yeah, fuck off, George. That's my gremlin's name. But your gremlin's name is going to be something different. maybe yours is George too. George just feels like an appropriate name for a gremlin. So yeah, all of these tools that you have, from learning about your nervous system, from watching my videos, use them. Don't force yourself to just go sing a Pink song at karaoke night if you've never practiced it and you have never been there. You don't have a friend to bring with you. You don't know if you can sing it. That takes a lot of courage. What I'm asking you to do is, number one, go scope out the karaoke night with a friend. If you decide to get some courage and you want to go up, use your tools, right? Send George away, talk to him for a second, and be like, look, I hear you telling me that this is dangerous, but it is objectively not physically dangerous. So I'm going to be the adult in this situation, and I'm going to take over, and we're going to get up there and do something scary. Your grandma's name is Fred. Amazing. Drop dead Fred. Love that. That's a perfect phrase for you. Georgina. Amazing. Yes. 100%. Yes, absolutely. That is, man, Halo by Beyonce. That is quite a feat. Yeah, but that's what you got to do, right? There's no tiptoeing in karaoke. You kind of just got to say F it and just throw your whole self in the ring, right? So that's a great way to do it. If you're bold like you are, right, Sammy? Some people are bold and they're just going to stand up there and sing a Beyonce song and be like, whatever happens, happens, right? And then that is a great way to train your nervous system to say, look, this is not a dangerous thing. I did it. I messed up. Sure, I sang some wrong notes. I cracked here and there, but I didn't die, right? I survived. I'm still here. So, hey, George, take note. This is a safer activity than you thought it was, right? I can get out of my comfort zone. And then the next time you go, which pro tip, nervous system tip, oh yeah, always saved and posted. Yeah, no problem. Snip, snip. I love that. Yeah, always. And on YouTube as well. You can find these on YouTube. And or in my community if you want to join. Yeah, so keep in mind that like you have the ability to do this. Pro tip, don't wait 2 months until you go back to karaoke, because the more time you wait in between challenges to your nervous system, the more it will come back into its comfort zone and be like, oh yeah, that was a really scary thing. I don't ever want to do that again. Here's my comfort zone again, right? You come back into your cozy little blanket of your comfort zone, and then you just never get out of that, right? Thank you, Blake. So nice to see you. Thanks for bringing a friend. Looks like. See you soon. So yeah, that's the main idea. So do a scary thing, use your tools, do the small version so that you're not like throwing yourself in the deep end, bring a friend, and then come back and do it again in a couple days, in 1 week, right? Come back and do it again, come back and do it again, so that you're sharing your nervous system. You're telling your nervous system that you can do scary things. Oh, love you too, Huey. Hope you've been good too. Let's chat soon about that song we wrote. So yeah, if you're a person that is scared of certain things, showing up in certain spaces, karaoke might not be the thing for you. You might be a karaoke master, right? You could have zero stage fright whatsoever, and you could just pop up there and just be fine. But find what the challenge space is for you. Oh, awesome. Love that. Yay, yay, yay. Send her my way. So yeah, that is the idea. All right, I gotta go. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love to you all. Love you all. Thank you for showing up. It was a nice little crowd today. Love you all. As always, I'm here for you. Send me messages. Send me questions to cover next time. Happy to, always. And Vocal Magic is always open. So if you want to be in my world more often and have access to my direct coaching, here you go. Here's your option. Just send me a message. Okay, lots of love. Have a lovely day. Boop, boop, boop.